everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for coming back. While I have you, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. I know that I had a lot of people watch the last video, the It Inspired palette. So I'm back again today to talk about another palette that's done by Box Lunch Gifts, and that is the Friends Special Edition eyeshadow palette. I was gonna say kit, but palette is what they're using. And it means the same thing, but one just sounds fancier. But I'm so excited to show you this one just because I love the show so much. I know that fall usually means Halloween and spooky things, which I am all about, but it also means the start of new TV shows. And I know that 25 years ago, Friends debuted and of course captured our hearts, and everyone has their favorite character. Mine will always be Rachel Green. I have a huge girl crush on Jennifer Aniston. She is like my one that every movie she has, I will go see. So much that she and Brad Pitt were together. Sad tears. But we're here to talk about the palette. As you can kind of see my friend's t-shirt on, which I also got from Box Lunch Gifts. Again, if you haven't checked them out, they're a store that sells everything pop culture. They even have a really cool Stranger Things palette that I'm gonna be doing very soon with a Halloween look. But we're putting Halloween on pause for right now and going to talk about the eye palette. Let's see what's inside. So tonight I'm actually going to this special thing at our local movie theater. Well, I don't know if it's local, it's AMC, but they're showing, I think they're doing it 3 times in the next few weeks, but they're having a special Friends thing that's going on. I don't know if it's gonna be an episode or if it's a documentary about the show. And I'm taking my fiance, husband to be with me. I know he's super excited about that. JK, but he's going because he's a good sport. But I'm going to try to do maybe a quick little look for tonight and see if we could channel a little bit of Monica, Rachel, and Phoebe, which if you have a favorite character, let me know below. And if you have a favorite episode, which as you can see with these shadows, they are named after some of the best episodes. And we'll go ahead and get started and go through the palette one by one with colors. And you can kind of see it. I'll do it on my arm like I always do. And you can kind of gauge to see what the colors look like. And as I'm getting started on this, I'm realizing I have a bunch of different makeup brushes that have no reasoning to them. They don't match or anything. So we'll see how they do, because I've had all my stuff for a really long time. Like I said, if you wash and preserve, you can keep brushes for a really long time, but I think this is I'm not even sure what type. I think this might be a Target brush, but we'll go through each color. The first one is going to be Chick, which of course, if you've watched the show, then you know that Chick and Duck are an iconic duo. Name a better one. I'll wait. Oh wait, Joey and Chandler. I just did. So the white, I don't know if it's just this brush, it's just very pale, as you can see. Just really kind of iridescent, which would be a good kind of lighter, or if you want to do it as a base, you can hardly ever see it, but you can kind of pick it up there. I'm very pale. But that's what's going on with that one. The next color is one called Pivot, which is my all-time favorite episode, maybe, next to the lobster. You know, she's her lobster, he's her lobster. If you watch the show, you know what I'm talking about, which that's actually a color on here too, but we're doing Pivot, which of course is when Ross and Rachel and Chandler are trying to move a couch into Ross's apartment. And that leads to very comical moments. But Pivot, I'm trying to figure out what kind of color this is or how I would describe it. I almost would say like a cranberry kind of color. And it comes off as kind of a burgundy, which would be perfect for fall. As you see, oh, and that Chick and Pivot actually go really well together. So Pivot is kind of this reddish cranberry hue. The next one is also kind of in that same category. It's called Regina Phalange, which if you watch the final episode of Friends, which you probably wouldn't be watching this if you hadn't, then you'll know that that is the name that Phoebe uses to stop the plane for when Rachel is trying to get on. And this is another kind of burgundy looking hue. These are perfect for fall. It's a really good combination actually. So that's this Regina Phalange color is actually just a little, hold it up, a little bit more less sparkly version. This is very matte, whereas this is a lot of sparkle. And so you kind of decide what you're going for that day. Next, we were on a break. The most depressing episode of Friends. I love Ross and Rachel together. I tell my fiance that we will definitely be a Ross and Rachel, just not with all the breaks, but with the happy ending, right? And when we were on a break, it's this purple color, which I'm trying to see if I can get it to show up. And it's got a lot of sparkle. It's a lot lighter than I thought it would be on. So that's good. I mean, a lot of these colors usually have a lot of pop to them when you're looking at them straightforward, but they actually go on a lot more iridescent, which is good. Okay, the next one, You're My Lobster. Of course, iconic phrase right there. That is when Ross and Rachel first decided to be with each other by watching the prom video, and you see that Ross is going to take Rachel to her prom after her date didn't show up, but sadly her date does show up and he doesn't ever get to tell her how he feels until that episode when she realizes. So on You're My Lobster, of course, is going to be kind of a reddish hue, reddish orange, kind of, and lots of sparkles. So kind of like our lobster, I'm assuming is what the look that they were going for, and that's what they were achieved, so that's good. So I really like that You're My Lobster color. Coffee, which if you've watched any of the show or you know nothing about it, my fiance actually has not watched a ton of episodes, so he's kind of going into this little thing that we're going to tonight blind, but he knows enough about it because I reference the show all the time and he'll pick up on it. I noticed that all my friends have made their husbands and boyfriends watch the show, so he's next. It's due time. So coffee, which is what they're always at Central Park, and this is a really good just base shadow, light brown, perfect for fall, any time of the year really. But coffee, which of course is named after their most famous hangout spot at Central Park. And the next one, I love this color. It's called Unagi, which remember of course from the episode with Ross talking about his karate techniques. And I think this one is such a random one in this palette because they're all a bunch of neutrals except for this one, which it's more iridescent than I thought it would be, but it's definitely got that pop of green in it. And I think this is perfect for lining your lid. If you going out with your friends, date night, girls night, whatever, I think always just adding that little pop of color is always so much fun. The next one is Bamboozled. You've Been Bamboozled, which of course is the game that Chandler and Ross play when Joey is auditioning to be a host, which I think that's correct. All the episodes kind of start running together, but they're all so good so you can't go wrong. And this is a really pretty blue. So we're just gonna run that across, very electric blue. But something that I'm noticing is a lot of these are just so iridescent. So even though they look super bright on the kid, they're actually not that vibrant in person, which I think is good because you can get a lot of use out of these because there's only so many places at times that you could wear really electric eyeshadows like that. So how you doing? Did I do it right? How you doing? That's embarrassing. I might need to edit that out. But that is the next shade. It's this dark blue, and that is, of course, Joey's catchphrase, which he used to pick up the ladies. So we do that little blue, and this is definitely something that could go for a more holiday look since it's a little bit darker, especially with the holidays coming up. I really like those blues together. It's a really pretty color. Miss Chandler Bong, which is from, I believe, the trivia episode that they were talking about. And that color I really love for fall because this one has a lot of shimmer. It's got a lot, oh, beautiful. Perfect for lining, perfect. If you want to do, if you're like me and don't have super big eyes, but you want to give the illusion, I always like to do a darker sparkly liner to kind of line my eyes with, and that gives that kind of illusion of them being bigger because it would give that pop. The next to last one is Duck. We've already done Chick, so now we got Duck, which is this really pretty silver, and that goes on very pretty. As you can see, I'm so pale, guys. But of course, you can't have it without Chick and Duck. Almost said Chuck and Duck, but Chick and Duck. And then of course, It's a Moot Point is this last really dark one. And that's what Joey says when instead of saying a moot point, it's a moot point. And I used to quote that with my friends all the time, still kind of do. But Friends is so quotable, like you can't just pick one quote. There's dark. You can just use that to line with. If you want to do all over, whatever you kind of choose to do with these. And as you can see, the palette's very ranges from a wide variety of colors. Again, they don't have a ton of vibrancy, which I think is good. It's got a little bit more of an opaque look to it when you actually put it on. And I think that means that you can wear it more because some of the colors are so bright. And if you're not like me, that maybe doesn't do a ton of makeup daily, I'm definitely not a beauty vlogger. I say this all the time. I just kind of like to create new looks and do these little fun pop culture palettes. But these are hues that you can definitely wear every day. So I want to put a few on and see what kind of look we can come up with for tonight. Okay, so let's see which one of these are a combination that we want to look for tonight. I think we will do a little bit of coffee first to start off with. And we're just gonna do the line right here. You miss me being able to clean all my brushes over here on the side. That's another thing that's so key, is keeping your brushes clean. But I had so many different liners on it that I wanted to make them clean for this. As you can see, it goes on really pretty. I really like that shade. Yeah. Even out just a little bit. Then we will use a little bit of You're My Lobster. I think that's appropriate. I'm at the funniest faces when I'm trying to do this makeup. Okay. And then I'm gonna line with just a little bit of Miss Chandler Blonde for a little bit of sparkle. Okay, voila. So I just kind of curled my lashes. I'm gonna do a little updated on my gloss, which I use the berry color, which is very Rachel Green. I feel like, especially in the 90s. And 90s are so back now. It's crazy to see how much stuff that we thought was done and now it's back in style. But you know what never goes out of style? It's Friends, both in real life and on TV. I can't recommend this palette enough. I can't recommend Box Lunch Gifts enough. I absolutely love all their t-shirts. They have so many fun things for Halloween coming out, and I have another video with Stranger Things coming out very soon, so I'm excited about that. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'm about to say walking, which actually have a Walking Dead palette. How cool would that be? Thank you so much for watching. Definitely go pick out the Friends palette. Watch some Netflix episodes before it goes away and celebrate the 25th anniversary, which I cannot believe it's been 25 years. That's so crazy, and that people are still watching it and still love it and still quoting it to this day. And thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.